money market with SunTrust Bank that was over $400,000. We've changed that now. We've taken some money out of that to get that down to where it belongs, is 250. I believe it really worked out to 257,000. But as soon as we draw a check to either the roof or the paving, that'll drop that down below the 250,000 where it should be. We put that money into Cadence money market. So we are insured with all the cash we have now, the money we have now, is in either money market for our reserves, it's either in money market or they're in CDs. So everything is now guaranteed at the $250,000 mark. I think that's it.
Larry, I have one question for you.
Okay.
On the budget expenses, you got January through April, you had 42% down for security.
Yes.
We spent that much through January to April on security.
Yes.
What would be the reason for that going up so high?
I believe it's part of the cars that we keep repairing. It's quite a bit of it.
Repreparing?
Reworking so they run.
Okay.
That's quite a bit of it, Mark, really. I know as far as wages or anything, nothing's changed there, from the first of the year to now.
Okay, what is going wrong with the cars? I'm sorry, I've been out of the loop for a while, but.
I don't have a paper in front of me, but I know that we put a radiator in them. We put, I think Carol, how do we?
I'm trying to remember everything. The air conditioning went, the battery went, the radiator went. Peter was driving down the road, the flashers were going, the car steering went. He was trying to get back, I don't know, there was everything. We just been trying to Band-Aid it back together.
We have seriously looking at just buying new vehicles because we put, the one that we put the $4,000 into the new transmission probably cost us another $4,000 or $5,000 since, because everything else keeps going on. So we'll have to seriously looking at that.
Okay.
And I don't know if that comes from the type of car, I know they were not an expensive car when we bought them, I don't believe. And I don't know if that comes from just driving 30 miles an hour, for the day, both of them.
They're not
They're
built for
just, yeah.
No, those
they're
cars
just not
don't bill for that. They were a bad investment to begin
Yeah,
with.
that's right. I think, next time we'll buy them, Ford F-150. Not really, I'm just kidding.
Well, we got a lot of people stealing dog carts around here. We might be able to talk them into getting us some F-150s. Thank you, Larry.
All right.
Okay, we got Carol's report, manager's report.
Okay, Vince is in the process of getting quotes to resurface the tennis courts and replace the rusty fencing. There's 2 at each end. He also has someone to install handicap railings at the pavilion, and they should be installed by the end of the month. I'd like to, again, thank everyone who donated to help that project go through. On the website, you will see that we've added the financials, the event calendar, the ACC guidelines, and we've also posted an updated copy of the rules and regulations. The News and Views Ad Hoc Committee is in process of finding a new printing company. Once that's determined and everything is in place, we will be posting the News and Views on the website. We're looking forward to having something new and better for the community. And as Larry said, I just want to mention that $400 between the Men's Club and the Social Dance Committee was donated for the 4th of July pool party.
Okay, we have unfinished business, and that is paving the roads. That's going to be Larry Hughes.
Okay, as anybody that was here last meeting, our workshop on Tuesday morning, Val had a couple questions, and we invited Azzarelli, who we chose to do our paving this year. And we talked to Azzarelli, and one question was the $2,500, I believe, for the mobilization. And I think in 2017, it was $500. Now it's 2,500. If I can tell you, yeah, went up 1,000 the next year, and now it's up to 2,500, which sounds like an awful lot, but maybe it's not driving tractor trailers, bringing equipment in from Tampa. The other thing we talked to them about on, if there's anybody here that lives on Divine or DeHaven, but when you drive down Divine or DeHaven towards the boulevard, you drive through, every time it rains, you drive through about a 6-inch deep water puddle. And it's because the road, before it gets to the boulevard, is 6 inches lower than the boulevard, so the water can't get out. We've talked to Azarelli also, when they were up here, about if they could do anything for us, and they came up with the idea, which hopefully it does work. I mean, I'm not an engineer, so I couldn't tell you, but they are going to put a crown in the road, would be 6 inches up from where it is now, and then taper from there back down to the bottom of the curbing. Hopefully, by doing that, the water won't puddle like it is now, and it'll run out onto the boulevard to get away. And the Public Works then is talking about cutting, if you've ever been down there, not worth talking about, but there's curbing around the streets coming off Divine and the Haven onto the boulevard, or curbs. So if you drive down there now, you'll see that there's two drain places that have been cut through the curb, put a cap over the top of it so it's fine. And I believe Public Works is going to cut 2 more places for the water to dissipate to get off the road. And I don't think, what I've been told, that, and I don't know when curbing was put in, but they said before the curbing was in, they didn't have that problem because the water would run off into one of the lawns, and of course then it just drops down, and it just, what's the word, Rich?
Distribute itself in the lawn.
There you go. It distributes itself in the lawn, so it doesn't stay on the road, and that's what we're trying to get rid of. We're trying to help those 2 intersections get taken care of. So after I tell you all of that, their original quote was $123,525. Now, we had agreed, they had told us to do the parking lot out here where the tree was cut down for another $1,400. That would get it up to $124,925. Now, to do the crown mold, or the crown on that road, on those 2 roads, would be another $11,220. So their total bid now comes up to $136,445. Oh, $136,145. I misread. So I would like to make a motion that we accept their bid for the $136,145 and get this thing started, because as of when we talked to them, they would be able to start work in July, the middle of July. So we certainly like to get it done as soon as we can.
Okay, do we have any questions from you?
Need a second? I'll second.
Anybody have any questions before we take a vote on that?
Sure, Jerry. Just to be, on looking it over, did we actually contact the other company to see if they could rebid for us and tell them the situation?
I did not.
Just ask.
Yep, I did not, Rich, no. We didn't.
But on the original bid, they were higher.
I realize that, but they could change their mind too, no problem. We don't know that.
Yeah, we did not, Rich, no.
Okay.
We were getting more asphalt for less money.
That's correct, and also, when if there was any leftover asphalt, it was going to the RV company, so you know. Okay, we had a motion, any other questions, from the audience? Okay, we had a motion from Larry in a second by Gil Metcalf. All in favor of voting for the Israel to be the paving company, raise your right hand and say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, now we got new biz with the finance committee, it's gonna be Larry Hughes.
The finance committee, one of our members was, is Beverly, you working there, are you, Val? Is, Beverly Epstein. Beverly called me a week and a half ago, I guess, and she wanted to, see resign from that. She's gonna have some surgery, I think around the 22nd of this month, so she won't be able to help us out on it. So I have another person, to serve on the committee. And do I need to read that analysis again? Okay, so I would like to recommend that we have Ken Sajak serve on the 2021 Finance Committee.
Motion, I can't say, motion by Larry Hughes for Ken Sajak, you want to have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Gil Metcalf. Any discussion? Okay, no discussion. Let's have a vote.
I got a question, don't we have to, swear them in?
Finance committee?
No, don't have to? Just ask the question.
Okay.
Okay, let's have a vote on that, for Ken Sajak to be in the finance committee. Raise your right hand, all in favor of that, raise your right hand and say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, we got a report of directors, so we'll start down with Mark. Mark, anything to report?
No, not as of yet. I'm going to be going to the golf, meeting here. It's the third Monday of the month. I'm gonna be able to start going to those, so I'm gonna go there and as a liaison and give you a little bit of feedback, whatever.
Okay, sounds good.
If there's any good feedback from them.
Okay, Val, Stratton, Lisa.
Okay, Sunday's the Father's Day Poker Run. Just to let you know that we were hoping to have a food truck and that fell through. So we're still having a poker run now, and there's still gonna be prizes, and there's still gonna be music and dancing afterwards here in the clubhouse. So come up here at 2 o'clock to register. 2:30 will be the first conveyance, whether it be a golf cart or a bicycle even, to be off to run and get the 5 stops with the cars.
Okay. Rosemary? Nothing else. About you, Gil?
Unit reps, they are excited to be able to get back and visiting people again. They've been waiting for us to lift the COVID thing, and so they'll be working in that. The new resident packages, we're working on that at the office. I've drafted Rosemary, but she doesn't know it yet, so she's being told tonight that I'm drafting her to help me. The new resident packets. And beautification, we're down to only about 3 people that are working with us actively this summer. There's usually about a dozen to 15 during the winter time. So the plants are getting a little, the beds are getting a little peaked, and we are really trying to coordinate that. We found out, we took it, actually took account, we have 27 beds with 4 people working on them in the summertime. Almost impossible. So we're gonna be working at doing something different with the beds. So if you're out, if you're close to any of the beds and you see weeds and stuff, just pull some weeds for us. We would really, really appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay, Larry Hughes, got anything?
I have nothing else.
Okay, Rich Stratton, you got anything?
Sure do. Keep in mind, coming up here for the men's club, keep these dates open. And we'll read some dates off to you. September 18th, garage sale, west parking lot again. The people are asking us to do one a week. We can't do one a week. We can do them accordingly as we can see fit. Don't have enough people to do that. January 15th, 2022. April 16th, 2022. We got 3 garage sales coming, and I have people calling me all the time. My garage is filled with stuff for the garage sale for the men's club. Also coming up, October 23rd, we have a Halloween costume dance put on by the men's club, right here. Have a nice time. This was held on years ago by the Melting Pot, by the Midwest Club, and the men's club took it over, so hold that date. It'll be posted on the walls, and of course, it'll be posted in the, whatever we have for the information for the so-called news and views. December 11th, keep it open. Breakfast with Santa again. He's back. Santa couldn't make it last year because the Elks held him back because of COVID-19. So residents and guests, 8 to 11, it's a Sunday morning. If you have any grandchildren that will be visiting you, let Santa know, and we'll have a good time. Did I miss anything, Dave? Okay, covered it all. Just keep those dates open. We'll have a lot of fun, and we'll go from there, and I'll get a few more things said. Thank you. Vince, your turn.
He's got to open up the members' comments.
Okay, Vince don't have anything, so we'll now open up for member comments. Straight back here in the middle.
I'm Jackie McCabe, and Unit 6. I'm president of the Ladies of Brookridge, and I would like to invite all the ladies that live in Brookridge. We're going to have Bring Your Brown Bag lunch on Monday. And if you live here, whether you own or rent, you are welcome to come. We would love to see you. And when we finish with lunch, we'll have a quick meeting, and then Patrona and Anna are going to do bingo, but you have to bring either pennies or buttons to play the bingo game so we don't mark the cards. And I appreciate that everyone has been so helpful, but please come, bring a friend that lives here. Maybe we can get a bigger group going. And by the way, the fall garage sale is on, because so far I haven't been told we're gonna go back into COVID. Thank you.
What time is that?
The ladies of Brookridge is at 1.
Thank you.
Bring a brown bag.
What's the date of the garage sale? Date of the garage sale?
I don't know, I'd have to go look. I heard him talking about his, I better talk about us.
That's inside here, not outside.
Well, and I haven't decided yet, we might do some outside, we're gonna see what happens. Bye, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, the other member comments, right back there, the same spot where she was coming from, right behind her.
Unit 6. He said Monday.
Fred Havercost, Unit 6. I got 2 comments. Jerry, it was nice to see you at our meeting Monday morning. The other comment is the new channel where you have all the new community bulletin. It's nice to see some color in the way it was reformatted. I'd like to congratulate whoever come up with that idea. It was a good one. Now, the question I have is, a week and a half ago, I saw someone, we was leaving the complex one afternoon. I saw a guy over in the left-hand lane going out, arguing with the guy at the guard tower. He's on a golf cart. And they were having some, looked like a pretty heated discussion. And all of a sudden, the guy, the guard raised the gate for him. But the sign out there says no golf carts permitted beyond this point. If we let somebody go out in a golf cart, is Brookridge liable for that? For that problem, if something happens to them?
First of all, Fred, you're right. There's no license plate on that, that's county property. There's no license plate on the golf cart. All vehicles should be licensed. That's not licensed, that's county property. Somebody's gonna get hurt then. And somebody's gonna get,
Fred, I've seen the same thing happen.
But are we, is Brookridge liable if we let them go?
John?
That sign out there is a state sign. That's no restriction for us to go out. You go out at your own risk, and if your cart is not registered, then you can get arrested when you go out.
Correct.
So there's no liability on
No liability on our part. The sign is a state sign, not ours.
Good question. All right, behind back here in the white shirt.
Ray Agel, Unit 6. I'm on the Board of Directors for the Brookridge Golf Association. I would appreciate the Brookridge community enforcing the numbers on these carts. Right now, I see carts out here in the parking lot that have no numbers whatsoever on them. So we have no idea who they're associated to or who they're registered to. So I would appreciate that the Brookridge community enforce their code numbers on the people that are driving around here. We don't need people doing things that reflect bad on the golf association right now, okay? I appreciate all your help. Thank you very much.
Larry, I've seen a couple carts going around the park without numbers on the front of them. They should be on the front windshield, the lower left, that left of the windshield. They should be there, and I've seen 3 or 4 carts like that, since I've been able to start driving again. So if they're doing something wrong, then nobody can tell Brookridge or the Golf Association that cart number 146-7 is doing something illegal, like letting a young kid drive a cart. Just like I had my grandkids come down here. I had one that wasn't old enough to drive a golf cart. She looked old, and I said, nope, you're not taking it out. You're not doing it. So Grandpa got a little bit put on that one.
Either that or a $25 fine.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks.
Right.
Anybody else on the left?
Jane Randall, Unit 3, I think. I want to know, why does the guard, the security, whatever we're calling it right now, why do they not have golf carts instead of cars? It's not like they're chasing people, they have to be somewhere quick. Wouldn't that be, it just seems more economical.
Number one, a golf cart, a decent golf cart, because you get 33 miles of road. Those carts are used, the cars are used, how many times a day? 4 times a day they do that? A good golf cart's gonna cost between $8,000 and $10,000. And if there was an emergency and they had to get someplace quick, they're not going to be able to, because they only go 25 miles an hour. I mean, you can get used ones, you can get basic ones, but for the riding that they do, it doesn't, if it was somebody that was just gonna, if it was gonna just be someone who's gonna do radar or something, absolutely. But, they do, and we'll let them talk, but there are reasons why they don't use the golf carts.
Yeah, we looked into that last year, and we found one that was like $13,000. And when I called the golf cart companies and talked to Vince about it, these golf carts aren't made to run across the roads like that, 3 or 4 times a day. They just, we'll have them in there for repair more than we would our cars. So we did look into it last year.
Okay, I saw John Bucker, you had a comment on that?
Number one, I've heard this a couple of
You
times.
gotta come up, John.
Since tell when to drive. All right. Reason for not having golf carts.
Who are you?
I'm John Lukovic, and I'm one of the security officers, or code of enforcement officer.
Thank you.
All right, and I'm from Unit 3. One of the big things is, number one, the weather. All right? When it's 28 degrees outside, we're gonna be in a golf cart running around. Number two, you can't get anywhere quick when we have to. All right? When it's raining, golf carts will keep you so dry when you're playing golf, but not so much when you have to use it and stay in it all night long. All right? And those are some of the reasons. But besides that, you want to pick up a dead squirrel with your golf cart? You know, anything that you have to pick up and stuff. It's tough enough with the cars that we have, let alone, you know, we pickup trucks like what you're supposed to have. But it's tough enough with the cars. But those are reasons. I'm one of them drivers. So there are multiple reasons that it's a problem. But, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He told him to
I
say him.
didn't really need this, I can. That's it. Thanks, John.
John, thanks for explaining that, because a lot of people do have that question.
Hello, I'm Vince Pizzo, Unit 3. First thing, I'd like to add on to John too, that the cost for repairing a golf cart, if you're right, 33 miles times 4 a day, you're looking at tires, linkage, batteries, and or engines to be replaced very, very often, and who would be maintaining them?
You.
No. I do my own. Second thing, I'd like to touch on the 4th of July party, pool party. It's gonna start at 11 o'clock, and it'll be going till whenever everybody leaves. We'll have a band. They start at 1:30. Our food will start at 11, go to when the food runs out, and we're having a share the wealth. We're going to have a Chinese auction with a lot of nice baskets to auction off. And I don't know about conversation with Rich today. We'll find out more tomorrow or Friday. But we're looking at some alcohol coolers to be auctioned off also, with a split for the clubhouse wish list. I'd like to touch on the drapes, the curtains for the stage. They have been cleaned in a long time, and it's not because of anybody's fault, but we were told not to. We were told not to even touch it. So now we're gonna have a company come in to do the drapes, and they will be doing it all on site. The company will come in and remove them. They will take them onto their truck, and they will clean them and then rehang them. And once they're rehung, they will apply the fire retardant chemical onto it. So hopefully they'll be nice and black, and it will be a little bit gray here and there, but they'll do all the removal and all the reinstallation on the curtains. So the railings out by the pavilion, hopefully, I was told on Monday that they will be in by the 4th of July. So that's a big thing for us, for our pool party, to where our railings are going in. I'd like to thank everyone who donated to that. It's a huge thing for Brookridge. And one other thing I'd like to add, there is no golf carts allowed to park along the pavilion in the grass. We're trying to grow grass there for erosion reasons. So anybody that likes to drive over there, or next to it, that's why we made the cart path so close, and it's wide enough for 2 carts to come through with a cart going down the middle. So if we're having a meeting down there, or party or anything like that, please park on the path if you can, or else park up in the parking lot or walk down. So, thank you very much. I'll turn it back over to Jared.
Excuse me, Vince, are we taking donations to help pay for the curtains?
Oh, yes. I was informed today, sorry about that, I was going to mention that today, that Social Dance has donated $1,000 to it. And also, I was informed today that Brookridge Thursday Night Entertainment also has donated $1,000 also. So I'm still looking at roughly a couple $100 to fully fund the project, so it doesn't come from operating. And I was approached by the Women's Club today that I just need to let them know a number, and I'll let them know a number on Monday to fully fund the curtains to be completely cleaned and refire retired with donated funds. So nothing comes out of operating. So, yes, ma'am.
How much is the cost totally to clean the drain?
The quotation that I have is $2,092.50. That's for them to come in and remove them, clean them, rehang them, and apply the chemical retardant onto the curtains. So, thank you.
Thank you, Vince.
Okay, do we have any other member comments? Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mark Keller to adjourn and seconded by Val Stratton. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Raise your right hand.
Gary, off the book here. Tomorrow night, we have a new thing going on here for the social dance. We're having a karaoke night. 2 hours. We're gonna try to put together here. We got an outside company coming in, a young lady, I should say, with her machine to see if we can do the karaoke and dancing for 2 hours. They're trying it. The people here at Brookridge gotta have something going on, something different. So we have a lot of people here that sing. I know they sing in their house or their garage. So we're gonna get them out here and do a little fun. That's tomorrow night, 7 to 9. We're gonna give it a shot. You're all welcome. It's free. No charge. It's free. Thank you.
You guys got to vote. You have to vote.
You didn't vote.
You didn't vote.
Adjourn.
All in favor of adjourn, say aye. Raise your right hand.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Oh, minor things.
Great meeting.
I don't think you beat my time though.
No, but
No, we didn't want 12 minutes.
no arguing, no nothing.
Was it that long?
It's going in 7:04.